Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Manor Lords. This is Season 2, or the launch build. Episode number 4. We, last episode, sent off our spearmen to yet again hunt down another bandit group. I want to make sure that we position ourselves well for this. And we're just going to stick in here, and hopefully that works. We'll go down to stand your ground. They are a bit fatigued, so we're just going to try to catch up. At this point we have 12 tools, and I think it's time to switch over to spears. I also did not set these guys to the proper thing. We're going to do large shields. So for spearmen, you need large shields. For the melee infantry, not the melee, what's it called? Like the swordsmen. There's a word for it though. Militia footmen. So the footmen one that use sidearms, I guess is what they're called. Those guys, yeah, they take the small shields. Alright, let's just keep an eye on these guys. Bandit camp was sighted. I assume that's just the same. Oh my gosh, that's another one. Oh my goodness. We got our work cut out for us, I guess. Control 1 this one. Uh-oh. They disappeared. I'm assuming they disappeared because we can't see them. Which is pretty cool. Up there they are. Let's have these guys intercept. Oh, we're in the way, right? I'm expecting that what they're going to do is start targeting the other forces, because that's pretty much what they always do. But let's, yeah, it looks like they're not interested in me. Okay. We will charge them in a second. What's our fatigue like? Alright, we'll go ahead and do it. Were they ready for that? I don't think so. Plus we're in our home region. Now I think we're actually unfortunately gonna have to bury bodies now. So we'll have to build a pit of some kind to get rid of the dead bodies. They are breaking very quickly though, that's good to know. Good to see. As soon as they break, we'll move forward. Didn't lose anybody yet, and we are now producing goods. Oh, we lost one. Dang it. And when when they're down to like 9, we lose somebody.
Yes, sire.
Oh, don't run, don't run. Fatigue must be bad enough as it is. 24%, yeah, that's bad. Alright, so what is going on with these guys? I assume that they're just moving east. Are they, though? If we can get over to that other bandit camp in time, I would like to take both. And we get, you know, 0.3k, 300 influence or so for the what we've already done. The battles, winning the battles, very important. They're probably in here somewhere. In fact, I saw them highlight for a moment. Alright, we're there. Just take it. Come on, guys. I forget what I wanted to do with this. Let's send it to my treasury, which is, in my opinion, never the wrong thing to do. Now, we do have a lot of personal treasury. We'll probably do the next one. I think for the next one, we will just send that to the actual region, because we're going to save up money. We'll be saving up money for sheep, basically. Trading post stuff. That said, so we have the joiners correct, and we're at 19 out of 22. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to start upgrading some of these. Expanding them, I should say. They're all... I think everybody is level 2. No, 3 houses technically are not. Probably up here. Yeah, these guys. And they can become next level, which is good to see. You as well. And who else is level 1? I don't know. Oh, I found him. Yeah, so all of my houses will be level 1 now, which all we're missing is level 3, but level 3 it's a bit expensive. So we have the tiles coming in yet, or no? Not yet. We don't have anybody to spare is what I'm seeing. We do have a lot of that iron ore stored, and iron slabs are now being used, so... From my recollection, and these guys are going to be suffering from recent losses now. Recent losses -3. Okay, not too bad. But the -23% for fatigue is not great. We should still beat the other other folks over here. We'll just move in a direct line, but we'll set up closer on more ideal, in a more ideal position as we get there. Hunting camp. Looks like these guys have reached their limit. Yeah, they're down to 4 animals. So let's set this up to 16. You're free, and that means, actually, the great thing is, what was I was mentioning something that I wanted to do. I think it was, oh yeah, clay. Let's start getting some clay then. So that we can get working on that church upgrade, which is going to greatly increase our approval as well. So, not enough food variety in marketplace, not enough fuel in the marketplace, not enough clothes variety. Taking some hits for this. It'll be so much offset as soon as we get the next church level up. But I don't know why they're saying there's not enough food. We do have plenty of food, and like a huge variety of food as well. So hard to figure that one out, in my opinion. And we do have 2 people working there, so the mining pit over here we should be able to get the ore transported pretty quickly. Alright, let's go up speed 2. See if we don't lose some of this fatigue in time. Oh yeah, we spotted the other guy coming out of the forest. So it is cool that you lose vision of them when they're in the forest. That's going to be very important, you know, when we're actually battling on even footing with other rulers. Because, you know, we have an off-map lord right now, but I'm sure that in the future there will be on-map lords that you can compete against. I mean, I shouldn't be so sure, but it seems only natural that that would be the case. Is this, okay, kind of. We can move up here. I feel like this is a good spot for us to stabilize at. We are not necessarily far enough away that we can pick our poison, though. So let me just do this. Why? Because I think that it's possible. Let's actually put ourselves in a position, like, directly in a line, so that they just have to go right through us. But I suspect what's going to happen is that they're going to start tracking the other group. So let's do this. Fatigue, and we're climbing, so that's, you know... it just means that they're going to be coming downhill on us. But if we put ourselves right in the middle, and I think we have, hopefully that fatigue will not be a factor. We have a little bit of time to get that down as well. Looks like they are going to run right into us. Okay. I mean, you can tell that they're not coming right at us, so let's shift ever so slightly. Make sure we get them. Pretty sure we're going to be okay, though. I've never done this before, where they just run right into you. They're going to go around? I think they're charging. Alright, we were down to 11% for fatigue penalty, and cohesion's higher than that. 31, 25, well, we should win, because of impalement bonuses and all that. But there it is. We have the, we got the battle the way I wanted it. We may want to claim that region. So if they were to try to claim another region now, we would definitely fight them for it. That region is ours, in my opinion. Wild animals are already regenerating. Repopulating. This is a better word for that. I'm just going to assume that you guys can handle yourselves nicely. Oh. Are they... Well, they're getting shellacked. Are they getting arrowed? It went very well. So let's run over and take the camp before anybody else gets ideas about my money. There we go. I think we're all good, though. And they are... I don't know what they're doing, but hopefully returning. We'll need a moment, a hot moment, for our troops to replenish, or mercenaries to run here, if they do try to take it. And you can see that you can't disband outside of the home region, which was what I think Tarek was mentioning I should do. It's not possible. We'll send these resources to the nearest town. I think we're doing pretty good with 778. So, now we'll get these guys to run on home as quickly as possible. They will fatigue themselves entirely before they get there, but that's okay. Alright, so what does this region have going for it? Is it just the rich deposit of stone? That is what it looks like to me. I mean, obviously this is the crop one, the really high fertility. And then we want this one for berries and iron, I guess. So we have 2 regions, and there are neighboring regions, which is, you know, even better. But that means that we're probably good to start moving forward. And yeah, I think that the first thing we're going to want to do is get that up and running as quickly as possible. Did I already build? I don't think so. Let's build a clay furnace. Yeah, I kind of want this. Maybe I'll do it right here. Yeah. Good enough. I kind of want this area here to be like maybe one building that goes through. Anyway, we'll just leave it open for now. We have our 6 oxen though, so we're doing good on that front. Is there any more grain to be crushed? There is not. So you're free. We need you as a construction worker anyway. Is there any more? Well, there was, yes. There's a lot of flour to be turned in. So the communal oven will keep pumping out bread. We have, yeah, man, we have a lot of it. I'm not sure what the problem is here. Maybe I can spare one more person for the granary. I'd rather not, though. I certainly would rather not. Plenty of hides, plenty of leather. It's good to see. So the tanneries, did I? Yeah, I need to put somebody back on that. Okay, but approval is 55%, which means we're still going to get some population. And these guys are just totally gassed. So they will not be able to run for a while, but that's okay. And when they get to that point, by the way, they're not going to move any faster running. I mean, just if you disband them immediately, it'd be fine. But you can see for now, 572. That's definitely as much as we will want to start acquiring people for our fields. But we have the winter rye in this case, not winter wheat, right? This should work out for us. We should have enough food in the next one. These are fowls, so they're going to regenerate actually quite a lot. We'd get even more if we could just only get the fertilization. We'll probably do that instead of charcoal burning next. But as soon as this completes, then we know what we want to do. We want to start producing some clay tiles. A new person has moved in. Bones, bodies need burial. Villagers required to be buried on hallowed ground in church, while raiders may be dumped into the corpse pits. Corpse pit. Yeah, we're gonna have to build a corpse pit, aren't we? I don't even know where that one is. Where's the corpse pit? Oh, okay, here. Yeah, this is what we want then. We don't want this necessarily near, I don't know, anything, anywhere. I mean, I guess we can put it like all the way down here, since that's where the bodies are. Well, the bodies are kind of like over there, aren't they? Can we deconstruct this after we put a bunch of bodies in it? Because I just feel like nobody's going to want to be near this. Put it all the way over here, maybe? Before I do, let me just make sure that there's no, like, fertility that I would rather be taking advantage of. Okay, so barley, yellow's over here, and that's orange. Good. Flax, yellow's over here, and that's red. Great. So build it there, then. Corpse pit, the fringes of the territory. And we'll want that, and we'll have to put people in that so that they can start hauling those bodies away. That's why you don't want to fight and die, have people fight and die in your own territory. You do get a huge morale bonus. Didn't help us, by the way, obviously, because they still ended up dying. We lost one of our own. Actually, we're going to need one person in the church regardless, because one of our own has died over here. So there will be some bodies to take care of. I don't know where exactly it was, but somewhere over here. Oh, maybe they've all been frozen over at this point. I'm not sure. Well, we'll get the person working at the church. And I guess we can just kind of speed forward in time now. Just wondering when we should start claiming these other territories. So there's only 8 territories total, because there's only 2 on the bottom, not 3. We will start contesting any of the next claims from the other lord. We have the money to do it. I mean, at that point, we might even want to just declare war. Alright, 7 bodies need burying. Could just put them all in the church. I mean, I guess that's what we're doing, right? Just burying them here. Might just be able to demolish this after all. Alright, yeah, there's no... I guess they took all the bodies? Well, look, we are just very upright people. We're going to bury the raiders as well, I guess. Since apparently we did. And construction has been a little bit slow getting us to the level 2 stuff. That does mean, however, what are we looking like at food? Eggs. I think we could use a few more eggs. I mean, it's not that we really need the extra food variety. Although I'm loath to see that people they're claiming that they don't have enough stuff in the... I mean, are we not giving them enough? Let's get one more goat, one more chicken. And I probably won't do any more of those. I mean, goat maybe, but definitely not chicken. I think we're fine on those. 22, we have 20 people. We have 2 spots available. And we're upgrading currently. I think we'll want to upgrade more as well. I think that... Oh, good. We have two small spots here. So that will be, you know, like the shoe salesman and somebody else. But we don't really need to do those things yet. But at the same time, we don't not need to do them yet. Oh, gosh, we need saw pit. We're apparently out of planks. Yeah, we could really use that. It wouldn't be a bad time for us to start replanting trees. I feel like this would be a good location, since I don't really have any other designs for this area. But for now, since the logging camp has already done its best to clear out a lot of the other area, I think we'll start having them clear out all the area around the berries down here. That'll be very accessible, very easy for them to get. We will need a forester's camp at some point, but I don't think it's quite yet the time. And honestly, we could use... Wow, we have 0 people, so we've actually overcooked things. Woodcutter's Lodge. Well, 337, I just don't think that that's the place we want to cut back on. Yeah, we'll take 1 person off Stonecutter's camp so that we have somebody to haul our ox around. And honestly, we could already use some more people in the hunting camp. Take that back down to 12. Are you still going home, waiting? Yeah, I guess you're not necessary anymore, so we'll take those guys off. They're free. And maybe we'll get 2 people in the saw pit. Planks are starting to pour in, though. It's good to see. Weapons-wise, how are we doing? We have 1 spear. Are we up to... We're up to 33. Great. So we're just a little bit short on shields. I'm sure that those are catching up. But I think we'll get another set of spearmen. Why not just get 2 groups? I think it is the best combat unit. So. Alright, that mining pit is still pulling in a lot of goods. And we are not doing anything with that clay yet. We could change that. Let's do that. So that's going to allow us to upgrade our church. That's all we're missing. Another option we could employ, I think it would be pretty powerful even, is just to trade for whatever we need. We have 561, we have, you know, plenty to trade for. Plenty of trading we could do. I really like this town. I used to not build on the King's Road, but now I kind of like the idea that... What? Oh, it's time. Oh, and they're coming quickly. Okay, well, the good news is we're ready for them. Let's go fight them not on my area. Like, quickly, guys. Do run, so we don't have to fight them in our territory.
Pick up the pace. Move quickly.
I don't want them to get too fatigued, though, so we'll probably turn off the running pretty quickly. Oh, there's 2 of them. Yeah. Well, we could call on the mercenaries, but I'm still going to hold out hope that our 36 spearmen here can actually hold off both waves. Let's go get it. And don't die on this side. Please kill and maim and do all your dirty work on the other side of the line, so that I don't have to worry about it. Otherwise, fatigue is only minus 5%. We are climbing towards them. That's not great. I am being very penny pinching by not just hiring mercenaries. This is the only raider thing we're going to have to deal with for another, like, 2 years, I think. Get that cohesion up. This is not a cohesive line. Are you kidding me? That's better. And fatigue is going to be all the way down in time. Great. We'll even make one more move forward just to really make sure that we're not fighting on my territory. So why is that guy doing that? What are you doing, my good friend? Come on, get cohesion. Get it, get it. See, what is this guy doing? Why are they just circling, or what's... Alright, he wanted to get there for some reason. Well, here we go. Stand your ground. Go ahead and impale. And they are being not smart about it. They're just going to go right after one after another. So we'll just see how that goes. I mean, I'm kind of interested in knowing how their tactics are going to, you know, fare. Just going one after another like that. I'm sure all of our guys are now occupied. Just out of curiosity, what would it cost? I mean, maybe the cost of these has, wow, 3 mercenary infantry. That's pretty good for 110. I like this better, though. Spearmen, infantry, and archers. That's good. 2 archers, I'm not sure. I mean, they're only 45. That would definitely have swung the battle easily in our favor here. So just picking those up for like 1 month would have been perfect. We did lose somebody. I see we've actually lost 2 people so far, but I think that they're at the point of routing. They're group with 13. Sad that we've lost those, because those are also lost equipment. I mean, sure, I will mourn the people, but at the same time, much more important for me is that equipment. You can get new people, you can't just... New equipment just doesn't grow. These raiders are also very aggressive from the perspective that, okay, I was about to say, we gotta just charge these guys. Push forward. Alright, they broke. Good. Alright, walk across the border to our line, and then go ahead and disband. We'll just make sure we don't have any other raider camps that we have to deal with. I guess we would have seen notification about the Baron's armies mobilizing, and we haven't. So go ahead and disband. Somebody's not... Who's not... I feel like I am in... There we go. Alright, back to business. It's March. That would be the sign that it's time for us to do some farming, but hey, we did all ours in the fall. 2 people at the saw pit, probably more than we need. I think 2 people at the bloomery is also more than we need. Take 1 down, 1 there. We have 1 person at the mining pit, 1 person at this mining pit. That's good. We got the clay furnace is now working, and what are we looking at? We have 2 roof tiles, so they're starting to come in at least. What did we want to do? Well, I guess what we can do is start getting 1 person on the hunting camp and probably somebody at the berries. Are the berries ready to go? No, not yet. Okay, well that's actually a good thing. I'm not ready for them. You can do advanced and actually... No, okay. I was gonna say, can you like tell them where to go get the bodies from? But no. Yeah, so we need to upgrade. We're only at 2. That makes me a little bit nervous. Start getting more, which means that probably I'll just leave 2 people available so that we can expand these houses a little bit more quickly. The ones that we can. Plenty of housing left. We just need... Oh yeah, plenty of housing left. We just need to expand those. 1 more person on the wild animals. Alright, up to speed 3 again. Dealt with the raiders. I think we're in pretty good shape here. Getting a lot of timber back now, and the planks are going up. Alright, so we're looking good on everything except for the tiles. Looks like not enough fuel on the marketplace is not a huge concern anymore. And the construction upgrades are finishing pretty quickly. That's a good sign. How is there any stone left over here? There's none. Are these guys just idle? Oh my gosh. Well, we can deconstruct this camp altogether. This is just silly. We've had people working not doing anything for a while. That should be a notification in my opinion. Alright. 19 ore, 38 clay, so of the two, ore be a little bit higher priority. Since we don't really have much to build right now, I'll put another person on the storehouse just so we can cart those goods around faster. We do have the tools now, but I still don't know what tools do. I have to assume that they're meaningful in some way, without knowing that that's actually the case. Maybe that they just do nothing right now. I wouldn't know. Almost there. What are we looking at? 7. Let's go. Crafting, transfer. So we are crafting. We're back up to 36 after those losses, which is good to see. We actually have plenty of spears and everything. So we could slow down the spears and start doing something else. I may pause it because we don't want to overburden our supply. We don't have that much ore. And we may find that we want something else, you know, with our ore in the very end. So after I have, not 21... After I have 36 extra spears, so I have enough to make a whole second militia, then we'll put that on pause. We'll just have the blacksmith take the day off. Take the year off, really. Happy day for him and his family. They go on permanent vacation. Alright, since you're back up to this, let's just put this limit up to 18, and then once you're done mucking around, we can switch you, oh gosh, switch you over to the forager now. Always something that needs doing, right? Gonna get good yield out of this. I already have 62. Ah, we have 12. Okay, we have enough. It's showing 13. Great. Upgrade the church. That's gonna require quite a lot of time. We haven't done a manor yet, too. And that's obviously something that we should be doing. Where should our manor be? I mean, the highest point of the city is probably just beyond the farmhouse. Over here. And this is not like I don't think like extremely well-traveled area, but if we could put up our manor here, it would be defending our farm, it would be defending kind of like one entrance to the town. This will just have to be populated or defended by other means. I don't know, I think that the manor up here on the hill, pretty high up the hill, makes sense. And then when you look in on the town, you see the windmill and right behind it the manor. I like the fact that I can put them on the roads because then I can add those little guardhouses that essentially defend against the road, traffic on the road. So I like the idea of putting it even, I was thinking right here originally, but maybe even down here. That'll be a little bit more protective. Looks like we got some storms too. Alright, how we doing? We have 1 extra, we have plenty of money. Money's just no concern right now. It will be though. And honestly, let's focus on building up the church first, but I was about to say let's get a trader place. But no, let's focus on the church first. I wish there was also a place where you could view the queue. Like, what is being built right now? What is being upgraded? We don't even really need the clay furnace beyond the one that we're already getting. We could go with the shoemaker. How much? We have 111 leather. Yeah, that's quite a lot. So it does seem that having even one person in a tannery is more than enough. I'd love to, at this point, also, like, when I get 20 people, I feel like that's the point where I want one person on permanent ox duty. We don't have anybody there yet. It's probably somebody I can find that isn't really necessary in the current job they're working. Not the forger, though. We do need the forger. In fact, more important than even getting an ox is to get a second person on the forger. We shouldn't have a whole lot of movement of these goods. I have a hard time taking people off that. Do we still have flour? Wow, we still have 102 flour. So the communal oven is just going to be working all year long. 2 people in the saw pit. Well, if we want to get a manor, we're going to need a lot of planks. A lot. So that's not really the right place to take people out of. Timber, I mean, I feel like if you don't have 2 people on timber, what are you doing? Something's wrong. These guys can probably be relieved, yeah. So that's the 1 extra person I can get. Switch over to the forager hut for now. So there's so many berries, and if they're maxed out, then, you know, it's a little inefficient. Looks like we're almost done with the mining pit, though. We can cut back on people here by 1. Now that means more people who can start doing construction. And we have not done any construction yet. I don't know what anyone's even doing. Let's have 1 person, though, occupy this small stable as a permanent ox worker. And we just got another person. Perfect timing, so now we still have 2 people doing construction and 1 person guiding the ox. Really good show. I feel like we're in really good shape here. How's our 36 spears? Okay, well, let's go to our blacksmith and ask ourselves the question, do we need more than 12 tools? I don't think so. Do we want to focus on pole arms? It would be interesting to have pole arms, and because it looks like the joiner works slightly slower, I could see a situation where you may want to produce halberds because you'll produce spears and halberds faster than you'll produce shields, and that means that since pole arms, halberds, don't require shields in their militia unit, you could get the halberd group. You basically produce spears slightly slower by alternating over to halberds to match the pace of the shields, the large shields for the spears. But I'm just going to pause them directly right now. Just don't do anything for the moment. That'll save whatever precious iron we have for something in the future. Okay, here's our bloomery. We have 1 person. 1 person is fine. We're still going up in firewood overall. How's the church? Oh, we're actually starting to get goods over here. That's good to see. You'd expect this large storehouse with 3 people working in it to be transporting goods properly. He's getting firewood, okay. He's getting leather. Yeah, we might need another person in the storehouse. I think that they're actually gating the fact that the construction is not even happening because the goods aren't getting there. Alright, well, we're at 24 out of 27. I think it's also time to make sure that we're expanding our living spaces as much as possible. And that's everyone. So at this point, we know that if it doesn't already exist, we have no other space for people. We have 6 empty spots. I mean, you can see it's pretty obvious. We have a nice area where I was planning to increase people. There's also space over here. I might even do this vertically and make that a veggie farm or another orchard. I mean, these are so nice. I think I'll make it a veggie place, though. Or just make it not all the way up and let another small stable here, or maybe the trade post, something. And this area as well. Probably this one right here makes the most sense to get started on. So they're nice and close to that market. Get 3. Can we get 2 out of that? Yes. Oh, that's, in my opinion, just perfect. It's exactly what I want to do. I do want those at a low priority, though, because, I don't know, I mean, the church should be a higher priority. I'm going to have these on lower priority, which means all the upgrades should be finished before we go to the church. Oh man, it's really hard to see that these are almost finished. And we're going to skip them to go to the church, but oh well, we got to prioritize the church first. It's weird, they're 99%, doesn't take much, but they're not any real benefit to us yet. So let them just hang there. We have open spots already. Speed 3. Alright, we're up to 67 rye. I love it. 32% on wheat. I do think that we are not going to set that one to do, but this one can go rye next turn, and then can go fallow after that. Makes sense to me, because that's already 63%. This one's going to need to go fallow. What I'm hoping is that after we have this one, by that time, we'll have another tavern, you know, get whatever else we need up, so that we're in good enough shape. Kind of moving in. Very good. Yeah, so as soon as the new church comes in, we're going to be in great shape. Tavern, but then we don't have... Yeah, we're going to need a trading post. Okay, so that's another thing. Just add it to the huge list of items we're going to need. We have cut down a lot of these trees, too. Where are they working right now? That's actually good. Let me shrink this down a little bit and have them keep focusing on this area. Well, okay, bandit camp. Whoop, pause immediately. We'll send our people out right away. I need the influence. More than anything, I need the influence. So, alright, out you go. If we get a drop on them, too, it means that we can run a little bit less. Yeah, so that, you know, they're going to come charging out, the other people. But we can run a little bit less if we just start a little bit earlier. Oh my gosh, they got... I wish that... I'm pretty sure that the AI can just spawn as many mercenaries as they want. They don't seem to be... I mean, the money for them... The whole entity is off map. So it doesn't look like that they have any limit on the resources they could spend. But it would be nice if they were actually restricted to the mercenaries. If they ended up buying them too often. Okay. We actually have everything but the roof tiles here. So where are you guys going? I don't know what you guys are doing. You're carting to and from the market? I'm just trying to see if I need more than... Oh, the forger's hut. Well, that's right next to the granary. Should not be too much of a problem. How we doing? These guys need to keep going. Oh, we definitely have the drop in the other guys. It's good to see. These are my old stomping grounds. We had a nice... First series was a nice big village over here. I guess... Did we start one over here as well? I forget. Yep, we're going to keep sighting those guys on and off as they jump in and out of the forest. Wow, even with 2 people on the forger's hut, doesn't look like we're getting enough berries. Now, you may think you have 100 berries, why push it? Actually, you want a lot of berries because eventually we're going to want to make dye out of that. So, I mean, berries they're multi-purpose. Now, I think we can probably provoke them into fighting right here. Maybe even a little bit behind that. I think that's... Well, this would be better. Since we're not running, I'll push the fight a little bit closer to them. And I think we're far enough ahead of the... Yeah, these guys that we'll just be able to force the fight where we want it. Not worry about it. Alright, we have this. Just watch this church level approval soar. Okay, they're technically already interested in pursuing me. This looks like they're going to be running downhill on me, which is not ideal. Is there any way to avoid that? The only way, I think, is if we keep pushing, like, over here. It will be a little bit less downhill. Yeah, or if we can actually make it to this spot. They are going for me, right? Not for... These guys are way too far away for them to be going. This might also be the opportunity for me to actually claim something. Wow, man, we got 2.9k. I guess we got a lot of influence from fighting the bandits. Okay, we're gonna go set up our line. No fatigue. We are climbing like crazy, though. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, we're in good shape. They're down to 12, 11, 10. Alright, they're routed. Let's go take the camp. That went well. Another little spurt of influence. Should we start taking the next place? I mean, June, we could start. Okay, the small church is built. So let's get the trading post stuff up and running now. Where do I want it? I guess over here.
Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move. I'll put it.
Alright, we will send this to my treasury so I have more mercenary money. Because I really feel like our region is in very good shape at this point. And let's go over to this area. Okay, so what do we want next, I guess? I'm going to actually pause the video for a second. I need to think about which one I actually want more. Which one makes sense? Iron is super important, but we're kind of okay on it. Flax and barley, I think, is the way, so I'm pretty sure that's what I'll choose. I did think about it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with Zhuao. However, we're at the point in this video where we're close enough to stopping that I'm just going to defer the decision until the beginning of next episode. We don't have to end this episode right now anyway, or yet, but I think that's what we'll do, is just defer on this decision. Did I end up getting a third person there? I did not, but I could. That's right, I wanted the construction to finish. Well, at this point, let's do a third person so that we get more berries. And the trading post will go here. We'll also want, at some point, a livestock trading post. And this one... Oh, wait, what? I'm sorry. Okay, they're just right here. It is weird to have them in my territory, but we're not at war. So that should be the comforting thought I try to repeat with myself. Livestock trading post. What I want to say about this is this ends up being also a place where you end up having you end up storing oxen here. So it's kind of important to put this... I mean, maybe we can we squeeze it right here? I guess not. Just barely not. Because you do want it in an area, actually, where you won't mind having oxen. And I think what I'm going to do is put it right here. So that way it's not. And then the houses will just go to the left of it. This makes sense to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Yeah, because ultimately the oxen will end up getting stored there. Alright, we're starting to... I think things are starting to look very good. And I sent these guys home in the end. Just keep talking about their... You know, it is kind of uncomfortable that they're moving this way. But we're not at war, I keep telling myself. Are they going off the map again? Maybe that's what they're doing. I'm going to wait for them to go off the map before I actually start the claim. Because maybe they'll think, hey, since we already have an army here, let's go over and contest them. Alright, now the berries are really starting to... I mean, this is just strange, right, to have them... Hello, folks! If we had a tavern, I'd invite them in. You know, charge them double or triple, but... Or maybe they wouldn't like that, and they would just... Well, we'd have a battle right there. Over the price of ale. Oh man, we have a lot of... Okay, let's take somebody off the foragers and into the hunting camp, because, yeah, we're capped out on that. Always something you gotta... Well, not capped out, 34, so we didn't wait too long, but always something you gotta be juggling. But I enjoy it. I really enjoy the production management. Okay, trading post is done. We'll pause on this right now, and I'll just call the video to a close here, because that's another decision that I'll just defer for the moment, is what major trade routes would I want to set up? One thing we could do is, well, first of all, we're going to want to bring in ale, because I don't make it yet, so we're going to have to establish a trade route for this, and I'll need to import a lot of this, unfortunately, at quite an expensive amount. Let's see, we have 600, I can give maybe 200 worth. So for 200, that's basically 11. We'll probably need more than that, though. We'll get 11 to start. I mean, maybe I'll go to... Okay. Let's go to 300 worth. That'll take us down to 300 total. You can see that money, it's easy come... Not easy come, but easy go for sure. What else might we want, though? I think everything else we'll be okay with, because I can use, I think we have a lot of leather. We do. And I can just get one of these guys to start making shoes now. Get to be a cobbler. We still have an extra spot for potential armorer, potential Fletcher, tailor if we want to go down that route, but we won't. I mean, we do want the tailor for the gambesons. That's true. Unless I just import the gambesons directly, and they're not that expensive, you know? Could save us on the cost of doing it. Just import them at 16 apiece. Well, it is 16 times 36 times 30, you know, plus another times 36 for every... I mean, basically, if we want to equip all of our militia and gambesons, we, you know, don't want to lose people. That would be nice. So are these guys off map yet? Very nearly. Anyway, yeah, the trading stuff, we'll have to get that sorted out, and that's right. That's exactly what I was going to do, so we'll cut away here. Love this game. Can't wait to do the next episode. It's been, like, no problem, like, no difficulty at all for me to just crank these out. So that's what I've been doing. We'll probably start going every other episode very shortly, though. Every other day, I should say, on releases. Until the next one, thanks for watching, and take care.